I've never been one of these people who thinks that the more you attack Trump, the better it is for him. That somehow it always inures to his benefit, in terms of elections. That the more you indict him, the more people love it. That's nonsense. I've never believed that, ever. But I'm beginning to believe something's very different here, and that is that people are finding that this last case, the last one, this incredibly, this Durham, I'm the only one who's saying this isn't a big deal. I knew all about this, but look, better than nothing. But people are finally realizing across the board, CNN, MSDNC, everybody recognizes the fact that Trump has been vindicated. And moreover, here's the best part. Nobody has ever been able to say what exactly any form of Russian collusion has been or interference. Nothing. The only thing I've heard, believe me when I'm telling you this, I have been really studying this. The only thing I ever heard is that they spent $5,000 worth of Facebook ads or something, which makes no sense whatsoever. Now listen to me and listen good. I'm going to explain to you how, believe it or not, these jadrules may actually be handing the reelection to Trump. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, wait a minute, you're just saying that. You're just in some kind of, that's weird. Look at that. Weird. Anyway, you're thinking, no. And like I told you before, I'm not one who believes this. But this case is different. This case is different. I'm going to explain this to you in detail. But first, a word from our sponsor. Okay, up until now, Trump has been doing some things which gets him into trouble, right? I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, but he gets into trouble. He had the E. Jean Carroll case in which he was found liable of sexual abuse. That's number one. He was indicted for, again, these horrible cases of Alvin Bragg and this weird kind of business records shenanigans. Okay. He has this Jack Smith case involving maybe some January 6th seditious conspiracy. I don't know. I'm worried about that. But I'm just telling you that one. That's that. And then we have the Mar-a-Lago case where it might be obstruction of justice. I know, crazy as it sounds. You've got the Letitia James case. And finally, I think number 6, and that's a civil case, by the way, regarding overvaluation or some kind of fraud in terms of valuation of property. And then finally, you have the Fulton County Stop the Steal vote. Okay, so that's 6 total cases. Now, let me ask you something. What about those? What do you notice about those? Let me tell you. Those are cases where he is charged with something. But the Durham case is an exoneration. It's an exoneration. They don't say this, but what they've said is the FBI didn't do any of investigations that it normally would. It lacked its fidelity. And by the way, what does FBI stand for? Fidelity, bravery, integrity. The F. What the F? Come on, fidelity. It basically exonerated Trump. You can say whatever you want. It exonerated Trump. This is the thing that I can't explain. This is what is different than anything else. It's an exoneration and an ablution, so to speak, versus an ablation. It is an exoneration. It is, in essence, the exculpation. Not expiation, but the exculpation of him. He was found, in essence, and this is important, he was found to be innocent. That's what this is. That's it. Remember the Horowitz, the predication or whatever. I mean, remember that? Remember the Horowitz? He was a inspector general. Nobody remembers that. It was like the worst. Nobody cares about this. Say what you want. It's kind of a stupid result. We all know what the problem is. We all know exactly what it was. We know what the issue is. He didn't tell us anything we didn't know, but he was exonerated. Don't you understand? Durham exonerates Trump. And that means what? I'm not going to go so far as to say clear-cut reelection, but my God, do you not see what's happening here? For the first time, people are saying, yes, he was vindicated. In every other case, he was charged with something. These other folks say, no, you don't understand. Every time Trump is charged with something, it's like, no, you idiot. People don't like when he's charged, but they like when at the end of this 4-year, whatever, this inspection, he's exonerated. That's what this was. You can call it whatever you want. The Durham report was an exoneration of Trump. And if anything will lead to a sense of, you know what, this guy, I'm kind of liking him. People love fighters. He can even say, don't take my word for it. Listen to what Durham said. Don't take it from me. I've been telling you there was no collusion. He told you that. There was no the urolagnia, the undinism on the percales. He said that. He basically said there was nothing to this. Hillary Clinton made the whole thing up. The Steele dossier, Fusion GPS. It's the biggest con. It's the biggest railroad, the biggest scam, the biggest work. It is a fraud of monumental level. It's nonpareil. I'm off the hook. Everything they said, I told you. You didn't believe me. And he can say it over and over again. I told you so. There was never any Russian interference. You didn't believe me. You didn't listen to me. I told you. This is exactly this is it. This is beautiful. I told you so. Now, he's got some other things too, but... and I know when cases matter and when they stick, because deep down inside, people really admire Trump. I know. Now, his enemies are going to hate him no matter what. The enemies hate him no matter what he does, and they frankly don't care. They don't care anything about him. They don't. There's nothing he can do to get out of this. He's loathed and detested, and what are you going to do about that? But listen to me and listen good. And I'm not one to say this, and I'm not one to just repeat what everybody says. This is different. He's been exonerated, exculpated. Do you understand this? He's been exculpated, I say. This is the greatest thing in the world. So President Trump, enjoy this. Enjoy this victory because you told them so. You told them from the beginning. And let's see Papadopoulos and Carter Page and others enjoy a degree of vindication too. This is a big day. This is a red letter day, my friends, for justice and for the Trump camp. Now, please, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell so you're always notified of new videos and live streams. And whatever you do, comment as you see fit.